Whoa! How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today's film I'm going to be watching is Tarantula. So anyone who saw my reaction to The Incredible Shrinking Man will know that I'm not the biggest fan of spiders. Look, it's not to say that I hate them or anything, it's just I have a bit of a phobia when it comes to them. So yeah, the Incredible Shrinking Man did a great job of getting under my skin, especially with those spider scenes. Arachnophobia is another one that was so effective at doing that. So yeah, Tarantula is the next one. Yeah, so I know it's like about this some kind of scientific experiment, I'm assuming, where this tarantula turns into a big giant tarantula and starts going on the rampage. And I know that Clint Eastwood has a small role in the film, but that's all. And it's set in Arizona. That's it. I actually deliberately picked this film to watch during the summer because I knew it was set in Arizona. So kind of hot weather, you know. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Just helps the algorithm, helps the channel grow, as I've said a million times. But yeah, I really appreciate it. And also a quick shout out to one of my patrons, Ravi, for the continued support. I really appreciate it. But with that said, let's watch Tarantula. Is that guy like a victim? What the hell? Is he like morphing into something? Do I have the right film? Okay, I have the right film. Desert Rock Airport. See, this is the perfect setting for this time of the year. Yeah.
What's
Love
the score, Doc?
A car so synonymous with the decade of the 50s.
Huh?
The boys found a man near the highway this morning.
Run over?
No.
Well then,
That's why I called you, Doc.
what's it look like?
Like nothing I've ever seen before.
Who is it?
Well, he has the same general build as Eric Jacobs. You remember Jacobs, don't you?
Yeah, he's the biologist. Works for Professor Deemer. Met him a couple of years ago.
Now you know why I'm not sure.
What's your expertise,
Not
Doc?
Jacobs. This man has had the disease for years.
It's Eric, all right.
Thought it was acromegalia, but that's not possible.
Acromegalia.
What the hell is that?
The pituitary gland goes haywire. It just distorts the face, neck, hands, and feet. I met Jacobs a couple of years ago at your place.
How long has he had the condition?
Acromegalia.
But it's taken years to produce the deformity.
I know. The history of medicine is the history of the unusual. Too much about it.
Maybe he'd been dormant for a while.
These things happen as you grow older. Next morning, he began to change. Dr. Jacobs became delirious last night. Broke out of the house and ran into the desert.
Are you certain he hadn't complained of anything before that time?
I noticed Tarantula is going to become massive. That's the story. Maybe
You heard the man.
there was
I
an
sure
experiment done on
did. Yeah, a
him
young fellow like
by
you
the
goes
professor.
against the professor. The
Maybe the
trouble is
professor's
to admit you're wrong.
We all make mistakes, Jack. This isn't one of mine.
he's going to be doing some kind of experiments on animals. I think he did something to your man as well. Holy shit! Would you want him that close, like a large like that bitch? Did some serious damage. They've done that really well though, haven't they? Look at it. Jeez. Why would you want to risk? Why would you want to make that spider bigger or anything? Like, oh my god! Jeez. Ugh. Oh sh! Is he back? I thought they... Or that's someone else he has been working on. Wasn't the other guy dead? And he's slowly lurching over, it's kind of creepy.
Eric is dead. You hear me?
Oh f***.
It's just you and me.
to get.
No, Paul, keep away from me. I'm trying to help you. Paul!
So begins the nightmare. Gonna do it to the professor. She's probably close to death now, like the guy in the desert. Pity he didn't collapse about 2 minutes ago. Oh, Tarantula?
I'm just a country doctor, but I know what I know. And I know acromegalia doesn't turn up in 4 days out of left field. There wasn't one single recorded case in medical history where a malformation developed as fast as Deemer said Jacobs did.
So he was lying.
He was
then.
lying to us?
Why he didn't want me to do an autopsy.
The man's an MD
That's
like
quite
you.
suspicious.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Shots like that get together and hole up in the desert 20 miles from civilization. I'd say they might be working on something they're not too anxious to talk about.
If you're coming in from town, from a different city, you picked the wrong time.
I wonder if you might tell me the best way to get out to the Deemer place. It's about...
I know where it is.
Oh, is there a bus or cab available?
Take her with you.
Well, you see, I was asking how to get out there, but, well, I wouldn't want to impose on you.
Won't mind.
No, I'd be glad to drive you.
Well, if you're sure.
Are these yours?
Uh-huh.
Ain't you two gonna introduce yourselves?
No.
A fast world.
Be a large world and see the tarantula.
See, it's all part of my contract. I'll be laboratory technician, cook, student, well, the whole works.
You won't be anything because it's burned
I
down.
see.
Electric panel shorted. And, well, you can see for yourself. That was all.
I think that ought to be enough, Joe. Professor's had a rough couple of days.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Hastings. Have I met you before, miss?
Oh, no,
This is Stephanie Clayton. Seems Professor Jacobs wrote for an assistant. She's it.
I didn't expect to see a biologist that looked like you. Well, that was intended as a compliment. I'm afraid I've gotten a bit rusty.
Wasn't Paul Lund working with you, Professor Deemer?
Paul?
Yes, he was studying for his doctorate when I was
He was the other guy who attacked him.
I heard
So.
Paul Lund. No, he's not with us anymore. Well, come now, Miss Clayton. Let me show you my lab.
She could be the next
You
victim.
interested at all?
That's an isotope, isn't it?
A radioactive isotope. Ammoniac.
And that's what binds your solution.
Yours was acromegalia, nothing else.
Seems such a deviation from the classic
You're
cases.
lying.
You're being very diplomatic, Doctor.
This time you might be wrong.
In this case, no. You want to do an autopsy. Why don't you?
Oh, do you? Well, thank you, sir. I'll let you know what I find. And please, don't forget to invite me back.
It'll read as being what he's saying it was, the condition.
What you got?
I'll give it to you fast, Jack. Nothing.
Nothing. You mean the professor was right? You make a big thing out of it. Show Deemer up for maybe a murder, and then...
You want me to go ahead with the interment, Jack?
I still can't figure it out.
He did something to alter it, so the results wouldn't be true.
You see that rabbit?
Yes.
How old would you say he was?
4 months.
Look at the chart.
6 days. Is it?
Is that he's healthier and stronger. All the same, we mustn't be in too much of a hurry.
With that
Once
fire.
we control that, we're ready for the ultimate test on humans.
He got that injection. Forgot about that. But like with the fire, wouldn't he have expected to see the dead spider and the other did escape? That was a big tarantula.
Better hurry though if you're going to catch that bus. Don't
All this was once an ocean, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
You know,
I'll show it to you sometime.
oh, will you really?
Uh-huh.
Get back to your car.
Serene, quiet, yet strangely evil. As if it were hiding its secret from man.
You make it sound so creepy.
The unknown always is.
Jeez, so the rocks could kill him before the spider even gets to him. Don't investigate. Like you would assume it was just unstable. Just get in your car and get the hell away from there. I like the idea of her just missing it. Although last time I don't know how they missed it.
It wasn't like that when I left.
Oh god.
Are you sure it's the same one?
She's crammed into the fence.
Yes. Nat, I tell you, this morning it was a baby.
And it doubled in size in a few hours?
Nat. Well, I've heard of giantism, but I've never seen it produced.
Why don't you have Deemer ask me out in the next day or so? I'd like to discuss it with him.
My laboratory is not open to the public, Miss Clayton. Explain why you brought Dr. Hastings here. Would you please explain
Oh,
why
his
you
face
brought
is
him here?
turning.
Well, he's very interested in your work, sir, and I thought it would be a...
Were you in the habit of conducting to?
Professor, your face.
That will be enough, Miss Clayton.
Yes, sir.
I wonder is he aware of what's happening to him? The thing is, he was knocked out when the guy injected him. The fact he saw the extreme growth rate in the rat and the rabbit. Once he's going to spot the tarantula, and then he's going to know. Whoa!
Oh, you got nerves. Simmer down.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I was on my way to old Andy Anderson. Went and said to come a-running. Couldn't figure out what he's yakking about, but it seems like something was eating his cattle.
Eating them.
Oh. Sucked it dry, yes they do.
About noon, the boy here came up from the lower section and...
Where'd that come from?
What is that?
There when the boy got here. All I want to know,
It's
what's
supposed to be
doing?
web?
Take it easy, Andy.
They're not your cattle. If it could happen last night, it could happen tonight. Tomorrow night. It could wipe me out.
I like that they're alluding to it without people seeing it yet. Makes to build the anticipation. It's effective, you know. Let them out! What? Open the burst through fences! Shoot! No disrespect, sir, but I hope I got you and not the horses. Imagine just seeing that. Yeah, reverse, reverse. Why do you stay driving for it?
Anyone pull through?
You kidding? I want to show you something.
Morning, Doc. Sheriff tells me you've seen something like this before.
Still work? It's just like something grabbed the pickup and threw it 30 feet off the road.
Take a look at this.
Exactly what happened. Is that supposed to... Oh, it's footprints,
I can't
is it?
understand why I didn't spot this stuff when I hauled those skeletons out of here and stacked them on the other side. Wow. Say, have you got a thermos or a jar around here somewhere?
Well?
I'm not sure. It's impossible at this stage to give you a positive answer. It's related to insect venom.
Insect venom.
Oh, it's the venom.
I know, but it checks.
Miss Doc, there's not an insect in the world with that much venom.
All right, don't take my word for it. Get someone else to analyze it. Mr. Deemer.
I'd
Hey,
say
that's a
he's
good
far gone
idea.
at this stage.
I'll make a date with him. Take the stuff out, okay?
Terribly sick. It's his face and his hands.
Surely she can hear him
I asked
coming
him
down.
to see a doctor, but he won't do anything.
They were strangled. Maybe he collapsed before he could finish the job.
There's nothing you can do, Doctor.
Don't say that.
Nothing anyone can do. Eric and I spent every waking hour on this ever since our days at Oak Ridge. He was convinced that occasional failure with the animals didn't necessarily mean that it failed with humans.
God, what a stupid move.
Then you should have seen them before the fire. They lived on nothing but our nutrient. Guinea pig, big as a police dog. Tarantula. Lost.
And it is insect venom.
Well, not precisely. It's from a species called arachnida.
The spider?
Well, a tarantula, to be exact. I've seen venom in such quantity before. You know, there's more venom in this test tube than you'll find in 100 tarantulas.
You mean much venom would be 100 times larger than normal?
Oh, at least that.
I know. Our Arizona species is even smaller.
That's right. Not more than 3 inches in size. Now, there, he'll back down a rattlesnake if he has to.
What does the
See?
snake do?
How deadly is the venom?
Oh, not deadly at all. About as poisonous as a hornet's.
But
That's a
what
fair
if
point.
circumstances magnified one of them in size and strength? Took it out of its primitive world and turned it loose in ours?
Then expect something that's fiercer, more cruel and deadly than anything that ever walked the earth.
Jack, we haven't much time. I want you to round up every available man, arm them, and
Do what? What are you talking about? You must be drunk.
No, I haven't been drinking. All I want you to do is...
I know. Just call the state police.
Please, Jack, believe me.
Don't need to go to sleep, you're in a nightmare. You're in a nightmare. Shit, the house could crumble under its weight. I knew the weight under the... So he's a gunner. His face. Oh, God. I wonder, does the increased size of the brain mean that it's more intelligent? Maybe it knows this is where it was harmed. Oh, run. Luckily he's coming in the car. Okay, don't stop the hug, get in the fuck here. Jeez.
I can see it.
What's it all about,
Jack,
Doc?
turn the cars around.
What for?
There isn't time. I'll tell you later.
Lieutenant, look.
Wait.
Get those submachine guns. You boys get back in the car. They won't stop it.
It's kind of creepy how it's just standing there almost.
They're coming with us. Get in. You boys try to slow it down. If you can't, take Doc's car and follow us. Yes, sir.
Those boys are gunners. Set to the kill count in the film.
Come on, start it, man. Start it. Come on, you flood it. You think dynamite would stop him?
Get a truck over to Murphy's. Load up all the dynamite he has. Bring it just north of Devil's Rock.
Holy cow.
Go! Ready, come on. Get this truck turned around.
It's coming fast, isn't it?
Now!
Looks undeterred by that. Okay, keep driving, make the distance again.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna do something. It's the story of my life, and I won't get a chance to write it.
But the only hope.
Yeah! Look out over!
I wouldn't be smiling yet.
It's on this first pass.
Clint. There we are. Takes the man with no name. Missed a couple. They got him in the first few. I think they might have missed a couple there. Push back, Lefty. He's coming in your direction.
Dropping napalm. Follow an order.
Oh God. Engulfed in flames. Okay, I think they got him. Or her. Right, that was Tarantula. I thought this was a fun movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it. A lot of components I enjoyed about it. I like the setting. Again, Phoenix, Arizona, just a really good setting. I liked the slow build up to seeing the large, like the tarantula at full size, and the fact that no, we don't witness any characters seeing it until about maybe 40 minutes into the film. It really adds and builds that dread for the impending moment when it does happen. It's kind of like in Jurassic Park when we see the T-Rex break out. It's like the halfway through the film. Again, it's that kind of thing. It's building and building, and then eventually it's like, shit. There was definitely moments where I was feeling kind of the skin crawling kind of moments. Like even when they showed the sheriff putting the hand on the doctor's shoulder, just comes out of the frame into the frame. You're just anticipating the spider being there, so you're on edge. So I did a good job on that. And then the stuff with the professor and the colleagues he'd worked with and what's happening to them adds a whole other kind of layer of horror to the film as well. So yeah, on the whole, I thought it was a fun film. And then obviously we get Clint Eastwood in a small role at the end as well, which was interesting to see. But let me know in the comments, guys, your thoughts and opinions on Tarantula. Where would you rank, I guess, among those large insect disaster kind of movies? Yeah, let me know in the comments where it ranked for you and your overall thoughts on it. For me, definite really solid film. Enjoyed it quite a bit. But until next time, guys, slán go fóill.